Thank you also for the invitation. As you heard, I'm from Equinor, and Equinor is in the energy business. We energize the lives of 170 million people every day. So we're a broad energy company with focus on oil and gas. We also have focus on renewables, carbon capture, and hydrogen. And on our path to a digital future, we have made some important decisions. We, first of all, decided to use Azure for storage and compute. We developed Omnia as our data platform, organizing our data, making it ready and available for AI, and OSDU, and industry agreement for how to handle, store, share, and access subsurface data. And this has been essential for us to develop and use AI solutions. So the first question that was given was, why is AI important for Equinor? And Equinor is a huge company covering many technologies. So to be able to answer within the time frame, I want to illustrate the AI importance within my own field, interpretation of the subsurface. Seismic is the most utilized source of information in our subsurface business, at least in the early stage. It's used to understand the geology, the details and the big picture, how geology evolved, what it contains, how reservoirs are produced, and so much more. And it is cheap to collect compared to a single well, which typically has a price tag between 10 and 100 million euro. When we interpret seismic data, we spend thousands of hours in our software packages, picking horizons, faults, and geobodies. And the interpreter builds up a great understanding of the area and the geology, but the output from the work is actually only a fraction of this, a surface or volumetric body. And our belief is that AI will give us the capability to capture our interpretations and associated domain knowledge within the model and continuously improve this model throughout time. And since Equinor has so much training data, we are much better situated than our vendors to build correct models. And being in the AI technology front, because that's where we want to stay, we will be able to utilize the knowledge we have acquired over decades in a new way, developing the Norwegian continental shelf, one of the most prolific basins in the world. And we see it already today. AI will definitely make us more efficient. The time we earlier used to interpret seismic, we may reinvest to increase our geologic understanding, reduce uncertainties, and become creative, and increase our discoveries. Jumping to the next question, how can AI provide additional value to Equinor? And to put it in bold, value creation with AI is already happening in our company. For instance, we have Omnia Safe and Omnia Find, which makes operational planning efficient and safe. We have Omnia Prevent, which is able to detect anomalies and predict errors. Every week, the AI solution notifies of possible situations, preventing downtime. And just to give you an idea, having to close down a production platform for 2 to 3 days due to an error would quickly cost tens of millions euros. And Signe, she touched upon the importance of optimization. And we have the Omnia Optimize, which is another deep learning solution, which soon will be in use, and which will aid us to optimize well performance and wind farm production. And going to the subsurface, because I need to include that as well. We have already successful deep learning solutions in use. Our interpreters use these solutions to predict seismic surfaces, salt bodies from seismic data, or predict gas and oil from mud gas logs, or predict lithology with high accuracy from drilling cuttings. But we have only uncovered the tip of the iceberg, so to say. In our workflows, we collect, analyze, and interpret data. Domain knowledge and experience is often essential to succeed, but when we are able to integrate this into deep learning solutions, we are also able to make our interpreters more efficient and more accurate. The third question was, which problems could AI potentially solve? And if I were to go into details on this one, I would probably be talking for hours, so I need to paint with a broad brush. In the energy business, we need to operate safely. So any solution that ensures safety and predicts incidents are welcome. And of course, all energy companies within oil and gas would want to use data, knowledge, and experience to increase the discovery rate and bring the discoveries to production as quickly as possible. It's not a surprise, our business acquires a vast of data. Just using the seismic data as an example, we have roughly access to 50 petabytes of this. And to be able to utilize all our data, we need tools which can efficiently extract information and patterns. One challenge, which I posted at the bottom of this slide, is the immense data flow that we will have every week from our smart wells and fiber optic connections. Now, if we could handle these correctly, we would be able to monitor them in a good way and optimize our production. So the last question we received was regarding collaboration with academia. This is a subject which have had our attention for decades, because through our academia agreement, we sponsor professorships and postdocs at the universities. We are also involved in master programs, supporting them with data and challenges. And another important area for Equinor is the consortia and the SFIs, or translated Centers for Research-Based Innovation. Because by involving ourselves, we're able to increase our competence, and we're also able to give focus to relevant challenges. But when it comes to specific research projects in Equinor, we usually collaborate with research institutes as SINTEF, NORSA, NR, Simula, and others. However, this is an area where the academia could compete in, but they would then have to put together efficient teams and probably make some distance to ground research. I'm not sure about that, but that is probably a challenge to you. Because since I've been answering questions, I could return a couple to you. Is this something the academia would want? And if so, in which way could it be done? And would we be jeopardizing ground research? So I think I'll just then conclude with what all of us would want to have experienced this these days, and that is a picture, nice picture of the Northern Lights. So thank you.